Yo, what is good everyone? It is Zigzag here. Welcome back to another video. I'm recording this one very quickly because Oman has just dropped on Geoguessr. This is something we've been waiting for a long time for, and it is 9 months in the making. They've been driving here for 9 months since February, and now we've got this full drop. Just a few hours ago, they've covered the entire country, lots of side roads included. Not all of them, but I think, especially because this is desert out here, a very good amount, a very good amount, especially compared to UAE or even Qatar. They've even covered islands out here, including exclaves up here near the UAE. So this is just super exciting. Today, I'm going to get my first reaction. I've not checked out any of this yet, and I'm going to play some of the Oman map as well, which is already available. So it should be really fun. It's a significant country, right? It stretches hundreds of kilometers here. So I could even say maybe up to 1,000 kilometers. Looks like it might be from end to end. Yeah, and you know, the Saudi Arabian Peninsula, or the Arabian Peninsula, is the biggest peninsula in the world. So yeah, pretty exciting stuff here, and hopefully Saudi Arabia will follow. Yemen, we might have to wait a bit longer. Seems to probably be that way. But here are the red lines. They're kind of glitchy at this stage because it is so brand new. But I'm especially keen to check out like what some of these roads look like on the island here. So let's have a look at this first. This is my first reaction to the coverage. And okay, so I immediately notice that this is going to be sometimes confused with Qatar. Obviously, the copyright being 2024 will help, but this looks quite a bit like Qatar. The camera is clearly a little bit low, and yeah, it's on a pickup truck as usual. So unfortunately, pickup truck stuff will be meta. Now, the good thing is that Google has often been releasing stuff with the Google car visible like this, and then they've been like going retroactively and blurring the car. This seems to happen pretty often with countries these days, so I wouldn't be surprised if in a few months' time you can't see the Google car anymore, or at least most of it. So that is probably something to look out for, and it probably means that, you know, learning the Google car stuff will only be of limited use. But yeah, let's check out some of these like side roads, for example. Oh, we got some very rural stuff here. Wow. Okay, this is going to be a fun country. I can already tell just from the kind of roads they've been driving on here that this is going to be a fun country. Sure, the landscape leaves a bit to be desired. It's not the most interesting that I've seen so far, but it is like extremely... Oh, look how dense the coverage is here. Wow, I was not expecting this. Okay, we should see cool stuff here. Yeah, it gets a bit green. Okay. This looks like Kenya, does it not? Okay, guys. Well, I think we actually just got a really good update. Like, this to me is more exciting than oh, and here's the fully blurred version of the car, by the way. But this to me is more exciting than Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan only got, like, urban coverage. This will be in a lot of maps, in a lot of places, and we'll have a lot of interesting locations, in my opinion. This just looks quite a lot like Kenya or, you know, Senegal or something like that. Some of these other roof rack countries. So, yeah, I love to look at this so far. This I knew this would be a good region because it gets a bit green here at some parts of the year. I feel like you can even get like mountain roads where it is very green. Let's see. I mean, that's still pretty dry. Maybe it was the dry season though. Socotra. They own Socotra, right? But there's no coverage there, as far as I know. What about like, yeah, coastal roads like this? Again, not as green as I'd hoped, but maybe there will still be some roads where you could confuse it for like a more, you know, tropical country or something like that. Seems like at this stage, most of these stuff would cover during a dry season or something like that. But I'm still hopeful that there will be some roads out here where, yeah, you could confuse it. Maybe here. What does this look like? Oh, wow. Well, not that one, unfortunately. Yeah, I think, and you can see the full blur is already on some frames, so hopefully that continues. Hopefully they continue to do that. But all in all, very excited about this. Let's quickly check out the exclave stuff and see what that's looking like. So we should have coverage in here, I think. Or maybe not that one. We definitely had coverage up here, so let's have a look at what this looks like. Should be pretty unique, I reckon. Wow. This is a cool landscape. It's a very nice road as well. I think Oman's quite a rich country. It definitely appears that way anyway. Al Jadi. This is what Al Jadi looks like. It looks a lot like the UAE. Car differences will definitely make it easier. But I think UAE Oman is now going to be a legitimate 50-50. So we're going to have to like work out exactly what the differences are like. So let's get Muscat here as well. And kind of see. Yeah, it looks a lot like the UAE. So let's get the number plates. A lot of yellow. Wait, I did not realize that Oman uses so many yellow plates. It seems like they're mostly yellow now. Okay, well, that's extremely useful. Some are long, some are short, I think. Yeah, we can see like a short plate here, but a lot of these ones over here are quite long. So that's seems like many countries in the Middle East, they use a variety. What about downtown? Downtown? Do they have a cool like shopping area or something like that? There's the mall. Yeah, let's try near the mall here. I mean, it might not all be published yet, for example. Um, it's definitely less like it feels like less of a metropolis than like Dubai does for sure. But still pretty good, still pretty entertaining, still pretty huge of an update. And look how many side roads we've got covered here. This is pretty crazy, guys. Like, look at this. This is going to be a dirt road, I reckon. Almost, but yeah, just in the middle of nowhere. This is excellent. What players like me who play a lot of rural maps really love is when you get a lot of that rural coverage that's just in the middle of nowhere. It's so much fun to guess. So yeah, I feel like that's what we got. Hopefully hopefully we get a little bit more up in here. They still had the plan to drive in 2025 as well in the original document, so we may see that. But for now, we've got just super extensive coverage in the middle of nowhere in some cases. So this definitely makes the Middle East feel a lot more fleshed out now, I feel. But okay, let's get into the map here. My first gameplay. And let's see what the top score on no moving is so far. 21k by Sheena. Wow, this guy's good. And NOPZ 17k. Okay, well let's try and go for no move here and see if we can get close to Sheena's score. I feel like that's going to be very difficult. But okay, first one here. This immediately just looks like the UAE. I could have sworn like these yellow plates are new because I feel like I used to play maps that had a lot of Oman in them and I never really saw those. So that is fascinating. Must be a new addition, I think. And this looks so much like this area up here that I'm tempted to go for it. But we have mountains west, and obviously this road does not have any mountains west. So we're going to have to, go for something else here. Actually, this highway I've clicked on right now looks pretty decent. Unfortunately, the angle's not right. So, maybe this one here. I'll try this highway here, I think. Okay, what's that one? Yeah, just a bit of simple logic. We're going through the mountains. Most of the country's pretty flat, so that was a good start. Next one here. Very, like, reddish road here. It's hilly to the southwest, which is very interesting to me. So I'm kind of thinking, like, out this direction here, you get a lot of southwest hilliness, but we're kind of in the hills ourselves. So maybe over this direction, I could see this kind of area working quite nicely here in kind of a valley, but with big mountains south, that could make sense, I think. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just going to be somewhere in that northern part of the country, though. Okay, just over here. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Good score as well. Next one here. Okay, it feels a lot like the UAE again. Definitely distinctly a bit different with landscape and soil color, but yeah, I think we're going to start losing 50-50s to this quite often. Again, South Mountains making me think we're in this north part of the country, so I'll probably just try here again. And it was the opposite last time. If I swapped those two guesses, would have been good scores. Next one here. Okay, very flat. Yeah, with not much going on. Lots of these, like, I'm noticing this kind of bush is very prominent. It's got kind of a wide canopy at the top. But yeah, I don't know where this is. This is definitely a bit of a different landscape, though. I'm thinking more so out this direction, maybe like even on the Yemeni border or something like that. How many hills do you have out here? Actually, that's something to check out. I want to go back to map making here, turn on the terrain map, and check out what exactly the topography of Oman is. So you got the extremely big hills over here on the coast, and then you have also hills here, which are a bit smaller, and then slight maybe sand dunes elsewhere, but shouldn't be too significant. I think, wow, this is so fascinating. What do these look like in real life? I gotta look at that next time I fly over Oman. But yeah, I think it's gonna be fairly easy to get the north from the south, but yeah, we'll see if I can do that right now. It's quite polluted on this location, I'm noticing. Yeah, I'm gonna try it here. We'll skip that a go. And it was just all the way north. Okay, so I guess because it was so hazy, we couldn't see the mountains, but that does make sense. Next one here. Okay, this feels like a main road out in the outback somewhere. We're going east, southeast. We got blue thing on the car here. Yeah, hopefully this stuff is gone soon. I really hope so. I really do. But regardless, let us make our guess here. I guess something like this could work. This road has a similar angle. Yeah, that area. Yeah, just look like, what's a good effort, 12k. It looked like Qatar there, so that makes sense. Next one. Okay, this is cool. So we got West Ocean. And we're in a city with big East Mountains here. So that is obviously making me think we might be over here because West Ocean, like obviously not too common on the main part of Oman. We could be on this island as well. That's kind of the 50-50 here, right? So let's try and line it up. So actually the island feels pretty good, but we need big mountains east. Which, actually no, it's kind of more of a hilly island than a mountainous island. This place fits much better. Okay, so then we just line it up. It's actually pretty straight road here. We could be like there, or... I don't know, we're definitely next to a hotel or something. What about... not seeing it exactly here, but... Oh, what about this? Oh, this looks good. I think this looks good. Like here, maybe? Is there any... No, we'd be... Like here? It should bend around to the east, though, so it's probably wrong, actually. I don't know. I can't find exactly where this would be, but I do feel good about this road. Oh, it was that one. Nice. Oh, we were on the side road. Wait. I still don't really see how that lines up with what I saw on the map, but we got the 5k, essentially. Next one here on another, like, inland road, I would assume, just by the way it looks. Northeast here. Something like this, or this. Does it feel like the main road? I could see this being the main road, actually, yeah. I think I'll look for an angle on the main road here. It's kind of like that, isn't it? That's a divided road, though. Is this divided the whole way? Okay, that... It's not. It's not. Okay. Does it bend at all? Kind of bends around east a little. So... Yeah. I don't know. I think they're both covered, right? What about this? I think it's some road, but I'm not sure which. I'm just going to go for, like, this, I think. Oh, okay. On the coastal road there. Okay, interesting. The roads will have to be learnt, for sure. Next one here. North, small hills. That is interesting. Yellow plate. So, yeah, it seems pretty consistent. That's for sure. But I don't know. Like, it feels pretty populated, pretty, quite a bit's going on here. And we had North Hills. So that's kind of a confusing combination to me so far. I guess I would maybe opt for like this kind of stuff out here, like maybe some towns out like this direction. That could work. Oh, and it was North Hills here. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so that's kind of be the big 50-50 is going to be like, okay, what kind of hills is it? Are we looking north at these ones, or are we looking north at the coastal hills? Okay, big mountains here. Definitely feels like that north section, right? East mountains, west mountains. We're kind of in the thick of it. Between the mountains here. I'm gonna go like there, maybe. Okay, right on the border. Yeah. Next one here. So south hills, north small hills. That's an interesting combination again. We could be down south this time. I could see it. I could see it. Yeah, I'm not going to worry with any Google car stuff, though. I would prefer to just go based on landscape anyway. I think that I would consider this region. Yeah, I would. I don't know if they have any mountains, like, or any hills north, so I don't know. I'm just going to go with this south ridge. Man, I don't know if there's anything that actually quite fits up here, though, with a south ridge like this. Maybe it's actually on the UAE border, like over here or something. Manda, try that. Okay, not too bad there. Near Adam, there's a south ridge here. Okay. That's probably actually very 5Kable, I would assume. Not too bad. The first one was definitely an easier seed. Next one here feels like the north part. This feels very like UAE to me. South, can we see mountains? No, but I feel like this is just like northern coast stuff. Yeah. Just like playing so much UAE on Geoguessr, you just start to get a feeling for how things should look. And this feels like it's probably going to be out here somewhere. Like, what was the last one that looked like Qatar? I feel like just somewhere around here. How many side roads do we have? Yeah, somewhere around here, I think. Okay, all the way south on a side road. Wow. So this is the kind of thing that just wouldn't have got covered in Kazakhstan. But now they're covering it. It's very cool. Okay, we got West Coast again. We're inside of town. Feeling very good about this kind of area here. Yep. Okay, through the mountains. And it looks like the UAE, so I'm going to say we're like... How far? I think it should be close to the UAE here. Yeah. And the final one here. West is flat. East, we have pretty big mountains. Okay, that's interesting. Is that ocean? No, it's just a wall. Okay. East, these mountains. I don't know. This could be south coast to me, but I tend to just think we're up here again somewhere. Like, we could actually just be on the outskirts of Muscat here. The mountains get pretty close in like that. I like this area here. Okay, and it was just on the UAE border there. So, honestly, not too bad. Region guessing relatively well, although this is a pretty big area, right? So, final thing I wanted to do was actually like measure the distance here. So, start measurement and end measurement. Yeah, it was 1,000 kilometers. So really, from Muscat to the edge, almost 1,000 kilometers. So, yeah, I was right. It's a significant country. You can lose a lot of points. It would be the same as guessing Izmir on like eastern Turkey. Like that's the same distance. So you really can't afford to be too bad at Oman. Unfortunately, it's pickup truck, but we are very happy to have this. Thank you, Google. And yeah, hope you all enjoyed this video. And let me know what you thought, what you think of the Oman coverage. I think it's very exciting. I look forward to when they, generate all the red lines so that we can kind of get a full idea of what it's going to be like. But there are just so many side roads in here that are generating in that I'm very optimistic for this country. Can't lie. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And especially the hilly areas. Like, who really cares about the flat desert stuff? It is what it is. It can be some fun, but like, this is not going to be the most interesting round, I assume. No. Well, it kind of looks like the Australian desert, at least. I could see like a 50-50 between those two as well. But I'm just happy we got a lot of roads covered. I think that's the most exciting thing here. Oh, what about in the sand dunes here, actually? What does this look like? Ooh, okay, that's very distinctive. You got to remember that some of these roads are actually covered. See, like this, most countries would never cover this, especially ones that didn't have Street View before. Oman, I salute you. I salute you for this based coverage here. This is very good. What about like in this town? What does this look like? Ooh, wow, it looks like Star Wars, man. Nice. Okay, well, hope you all enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys are thinking about it, and I'll see you guys in a video very soon. Till next time, and goodbye.